Welcome to Week 4, Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition, full season, where we will be auto-skipping through all those blue teams, and we will be seeing me as the Green Bay Packers against the computer as the Jacksonville Jaguars. And, as always, we'll be showing the standings after we finish the week. Bears beat the Rams. Saints beat the Giants. Redskins beat the Buccaneers. Vikings get beat by the Steelers. Jets get beat by the Falcons. Broncos beat the Chargers. Houston gets beat by Cincinnati. Chiefs get beat by the Browns in overtime. Cardinals get crushed by Dallas. Eagles get blown out by the Raiders. And we will go into Packer game. This will be our first road game for the Packers we've seen so far this season. And Reggie White still didn't come back yet. And we're going to stick with the same players as we finished with in the last game. Jacksonville Jaguars have, I think, are like in last place in their division, so I shouldn't have any problem crushing them. First one of the season. I mean, there was one last week on onside kick. I really don't count that though because it was a short kick, so that was the first full kickoff return touchdown I've had this season. I usually get quite a few of them per season. It's nice to finally get that first full one. Starting to feel a little rusty there. Finally had the opportunity to upload all my videos. I had the two games from Wednesday. Wednesday that I finally got uploaded this morning. And then my video from yesterday, the Giants at Packers, is currently uploading right now as we speak. Or as I speak. By the time it's heard by anyone, it will be uploaded. Now that was cool. I was able to hang on to him. I'm hoping to buy a truck today, but the guy I'm buying it from, I'm having a hard time getting hold of him. I called him once, he was out of town, so I'm not sure if he's going to be ready to sell it today. I hope so. I'm the type of person when I want something, I just go out and get it. So I don't like waiting around. Yeah, that time I knew I wasn't going to take it all the way. Okay, we're halfway through the first quarter and we finally get to see the Packers offense. And I don't think we want to see the Packers offense. See, now if that was Brett Favre passing, it probably wouldn't have been intercepted just because his numbers are better. But you really can't blame Favre for a play like that because it's like their defenseman just got there right away. Jones gets thrown way too easy. For being one of the worst teams in the league, they're looking pretty good against the best team in the league. The next video is going to be more of a challenge. I'm going to be playing against Dallas. In Dallas, too. And looks like they're going to get their first touchdown. Jones just doesn't seem to have the strength that Reggie White has, but their hitting power really isn't that far off. Look at that. Touchdown! Everybody wide open. I can't figure out why everybody's defense always covers my receivers so perfectly, but my defense doesn't do the same. I have no control over... I can only control one player at a time. I can't choose where all the other players go. Look at that one, went right through the guy. I hate when he gets so close and then just rape you at the last second. Go far in because Tecmo threw an interception last time. So I can put any one of those running backs in. But I think what I'm going to do instead do this. I'll probably get blitzed here. I pressed the button like 4 times. I hate it when they cheat. I'm sitting there tapping the B button over and over. I see it. Safety. Oh, look at that. The player completely missed him, but luckily the guy with the ball kind of froze there. I don't know why they always show the player like coming towards him because it's really blocked. I was playing a Bobo's Big Adventure again yesterday, and that final stage just keeps getting easier each time I play it. And I just can't figure out why. I can't figure out what I'm doing now that I wasn't doing the first few times I played it, because the first time I played it I couldn't even knock him down at all. Like maybe the second or third time I played it I finally was able to take him down, and so maybe the 5th or 6th time that I played the final stage I beat it. And I actually have that on video on my channel. The most recent upload I did, the full game, was when I beat the game for the first time. I mean, the other levels I can understand, because like in the Contra level, you're fighting against Krang, the big Krang taken over by Kirby, and I can understand why I got better at that, because I figured out the strategy. Like first, I stay down low and just keep shooting at the arm. I stay where I know I'm not going to get hit, and then once I take care of the arm, I jump up and start shooting at his head. Get rid of that. And I keep shooting at Kirby. I've played enough where I know exactly when to jump, when to crouch, and all that stuff. But see, with the final level, the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out level, I really don't know what I'm doing different that I didn't do the first time. Yeah, there's like nowhere to go. If you're a fan of the Nintendo games, if you grew up playing Nintendo games, Bobo's Big Adventure is definitely the game you want to check out. Look at that guy. Had control of 2 players there. I had to take a timeout. There's only 4 seconds left to the end of the half. Okay, there's a look at the halftime stats. They're crushing me in rushing yards. I've only got 35 passing yards compared to their 24. They got over double yards I got. And yet, I got 28-7 in scoring. They've got possession of the ball 2 seconds longer than I did. So if I got that many more points than them, 4 times the amount of points that they did on less than half the yards they got, that's got to be saying, not to brag or anything, but I got a pretty good team. Anyway, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about Bobo's Big Adventure for those who haven't heard of it yet. It's a game that came out maybe, I think it was a year ago, 2012. It might have been, I'm pretty sure it was somewhere between 2010 and 2012, but they basically took all the old Nintendo characters, or not all of them, but many of them, and they put them into one game. Each level is from a different Nintendo game. Like the first stage is the Streets of Double Dragon, and in that stage you're going to see like Donkey Kong, this guy's from Spy vs. Spy. I'll go ahead and keep going on to the game while I'm talking about it. You see the Goombas from the Super Mario Brothers. Level 2 is like a Super Mario Brothers stage. You got level 3, which is Urban Champ. Level 4, which is like the Legend of Zelda. Level 5 is Balloon Fight. Level 6. is Pro Wrestling. Level 7 is Mega Man. Level 8 is Contra, and level 9 is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I have a feeling Sean Jones is in bad condition. No. I actually think the hardest stage in that game is the Mega Man stage. You got them lasers that shoot out, and it's one-hit death with the lasers. So you have to know the pattern down pretty good to avoid all them lasers. It takes a lot of practice. Once, of course, you played the Mega Man games, Mega Man 2, it's pretty much looks the same as one of the stages in there. And you might know the pattern already. It's definitely a very exciting game, fun game to play. It seems like 99% of the time when they measure the ball, it's always first down for them, for the computer. I believe Steve Borline was a backup quarterback for the Packers at one time. It's weird, most of the Packers' backup quarterbacks become starters with other teams. But if you'd like to watch a Bobo's Big Adventure, you can go ahead and watch my gameplay. And I'd suggest watching I actually did a few uploads of the game. There's the first upload, which is just a Bobo's Big Adventure. Second one, I did it in parts, like part 1 was level 1, part 2 was level 2, so on. I suggest watching the most recent upload, which was, it says in HD. That's the one where I actually beat the game. And then after that, you can play for free on your computer. You just go to abobosbigadventure.com and play for free. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just type in a Bobo's Big Adventure, you click play, and you can play. Use the arrow keys to move, use the A and S buttons to attack. P button pauses, you can press the M button to go back to the menu. What I did is I went and got the Retrobit adapter. It's where I can plug my NES controller into the adapter and then plug that into the USB port. Time to check my offense. Edgar Bennett can come in. Darcy Levens we could put in if necessary. Morgan and Chimera. good running play. Okay, he just jumped like 40 yards in the air to block there. I mean, the player receiving the ball was like 10 yards, 5 to 10 yards downfield. There's no way the ball could have been that low. Taking him out because there's no excuse for him missing that. Okay, Mark Ingram he's getting pulled out of the game too. I'm going to have to start getting evil with him. Rounds fail, a bounty can come in. Sean Jones is probably... Oh, he's actually still good. And Hamilton's going to replace Strickland. Okay, I gotta find somebody who's quick enough to replace Butler. I guess I'll put this generic player in. I'll put Brooks in. Hitting power isn't that high, but he's got a lot of speed. Sean Jones. See, now, how come he wasn't covered? I just hate when they cheat. I mean, they could at least go both ways. See, now if this was a real game, my team being as good as they are and the Jaguars being as bad as they are, this score should be like 70-0. But they're going to cheat and make them score a few points, suddenly make my team look bad here and there, and make their team look good here and there. And I have things happen like the ball just went through that guy's head. He was like less than a yard away from the guy when he kicked the ball. See, all my receivers were covered. I had to throw it to my running back. That doesn't happen with them. As far as we haven't seen any two-point conversion attempts yet this season, at least I don't think we have. In the previous season there was a design flaw in the game, Tecmo Super Bowl II Special Edition, where I think they made it for any time a team's getting beat, even by 1 point, they go for a two-point conversion. It's like you only need 1 point to tie it up, they still go for two. I'm thinking that was just a design flaw. And they still have that annoying feature where the computer takes a timeout, like, every play for the last couple minutes of the half. And there it is again. Last time they could do it though this game. Oh, look at that. I had no defenders downfield, huh? None of them went running downfield to try stopping them before getting that far. It's gonna go out of bounds. I knew it. It was like right on the borderline before it froze up. You gotta be kidding me. He's got a half dozen guys on top of him. He can still throw a perfect pass. safety this game. We usually see one every game. Bus driver White's not in. He's sitting on the bench with a Band-Aid. He got injured in the game that I didn't play. I took a timeout in the hopes that I could get him in the end zone. This will be the last play, though. I'd have to do it here, and I don't think we're close enough. And I see he had way too much time. James Willis. Well, there's really not much choice of who I can replace him with, so. Okay, so take a look at the rushing yards. I led 207 to 33. Passing yards, I led 180 to 146. Total yards, 353 to 213. That's the first time we've seen a team lead by it, beat me by yards. They had double the first downs that I did. See, I have a much better defense. I outsacked them 6-1. No, they had one interception. I forced them to fumble one time. So I mean, you look at all those numbers in the bottom, the stats. They got double to me on most of the offense, and yet I had double the score against them. That shows great talent. I'm able to get more points with less yards. Brett Favre was 76%, 180 yards. Ty Detmer failed with a couple zeros. So see, they had 156 yards rushing that one guy, but it took him 15 attempts to get it. Pretty messed up. Okay, we're going to skip through the last game. I'm going to go ahead and do this all up for the next game. I don't have to put the Cowboys on the computer as long as I have the Packers on man. It'll automatically... Oops, actually I have to take that off. Okay, we'll skip through week 5 first, because there are no games scheduled to be seen in week 5, and then we'll take a look at the standings after that. Patriots beat the Falcons. Dolphins get beat by the Bengals. Buccaneers get beat by the Panthers. Eagles get beat by the Saints. Dallas beats Washington. Rams crush Indianapolis. Chiefs beat the Cardinals. Jaguars get beat by Houston. Denver beats Seattle. San Diego beats Pittsburgh. Giants get beat by the 49ers in overtime. Raiders beat the Jets. Bills beat Cleveland. Okay, see now if I were to go to my schedule, see the Packers, I think it's supposed to be red, but it looks pink. Even though Dallas isn't chosen as computer, it's still be played computer, but I just like to do that anyway because it looks better on the schedule, I think. That way when you see the schedule, you see all the teams in blue are skipped. And pink is me and white is computer. Okay, we're going to take a look at the standings now. Buffalo Bills still undefeated. Patriots and Dolphins right behind them, 3-1. Jets and Colts not looking too good. Bengals 4-1. Houston 3-2. What are the numbers there? 4-3-2-1-0. Losses are 1-2-3-4-5. Usually Pittsburgh is leading that division. That's kind of rare. Jacksonville looks pretty much the same as they usually do. Raiders, Broncos, and the Chargers all 3-2. Seattle's 2-2. The Chiefs are 2-3. That's because the Seahawks had their bye week and the others didn't. But this division, as I mentioned many times, is always very close and always very unpredictable. You never know who's going to win this division here. This one, on the other hand, is very predictable. Dallas is going to win their division. They do all the time. Redskins and Eagles right behind them. Cardinals and Giants in last. Packers still undefeated 4-0. Bears are surprisingly doing pretty well so far. Tied with Detroit 3-1. Although the Bears are ahead of the Lions due to points. Actually, not by very many points. 2 points. Bears have 1 more point and 1 less point against them, so it's a matter of 2 points. Vikings are 1-3, Buccaneers are 1-4. Down here we got the Carolina Panthers, 3-1. That 1 loss they got was against me. And I must say this is actually surprising looking. Usually the 49ers in first place, but they're in last place right now. They might have an injury on the team too, maybe like their star quarterback or their star receiver. I've already seen the 49ers play this season against the Falcons, and the Falcons won that game 21-17. We have yet to see any rain games. So far they've all been clear. So, as for the NFL leaders, I'm going to be going through all these after week 9. So that'll be the midway point through the season. Since every team has a bye, it'll be week 9 when they've played 8 games. So after week 9, we're going to go ahead and show the passing leaders, receiving, rushing, scoring, punts, punting, interception, sacks, punt returns, and kickoff returns. Next game we're going to see Green Bay Packers at Dallas Cowboys. This should be quite the challenge. Both teams in first place. We've seen, I think Dallas is 4-1. Yeah, they're 4-1. Packers 4-0, so it should be a pretty good game. Hope you enjoyed the game. See you in the next video.